Hello everyone. Today we will be going to study about a very important process, that's vaccination. Before this discussing about a vaccination, we need to basically know about what exactly a vaccine is. So, on contradictory talking about a vaccine, we should be aware about what is immune response. Immune response is one of the major phenomena which is related to vaccine, or you can say vaccination process. Immune response basically deal with, for example, I will just give you a demonstration. Like consider this. This is a human body. It consists of numerous number of cells, which can be immunological cells, non-immunological cells, heart tissues, kidney tissues, and all such cells. So considering this, a body. Body consists of numerous variable types of cells. Beside this, we are having a strong immune system which defends all these cells, whole of our body. It is our whole of the body is totally dependent to defend itself on the immune system. Immune system comprised of B cells, T cells, phagocytes, lymphocytes, and many other numerous cells. So, considering the phenomena, whenever some foreign invasion occurs in our body, like we can say a specific antigen enters to our body. It could be through any sources, through soil, through water, even through air. Any outsourced organism or anything from the outside enters to our body, it needs a defense mechanism from the body of human. So basically talking about some foreign invasion, we can talk about an antigen. Antigen is any specific invasion molecules from the outside source which enters to the human body, and it may or may not cause any disease. Like for example, if we talk about any bacterial infection like typhoid infection, or we talk about a severe like this right now COVID-19 is going over there, or we talk about any hepatitis B, rabies, all such. Ultimately, all these diseases has a major impact on the human body because of the antigens which are entering through them inside the human body. So, whenever an antigen enters the human body, a immune response is generated. It could be instantly, or it could take a 2, 3, 4 days depending on the type of the the antigen which is entering, and also the what our body is having the effectiveness or effective immune system, or whether we are having any B cells or B cells specifically for that. So basically, whole of the phenomena depends on the B cells of the body. Like in a simple process, if a person is infected by a antigen A, if a person is infected by an antigen A, first encounter, so definitely his body will not be having antibodies against it. So in that case, whenever the antigen enters, all of these phagocytes, macrophages, and B cells and T cells get activated, and they start trying to evade it out, exclude it out from the body, or even they would preferably try to kill it. Okay, so in that case, if the antigen is killed, there is one phenomena side by side occurs within the body, that is the preparation of the B cells which develop into memory B cells. And this is the counterpart. That's the major phenomena. This memory B cells play a crucial role in the vaccination phenomena, or we can say whenever there is a second counter reaction, or in the future if this antigen re-enters the body through any source, which could be in 1 month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, or 5 years, any time span, our body will be already active and will be having a defense mechanism counteract for this antigen. So same this thing same is the basic principle of vaccination process. So in a vaccination process, we are actually looking for some antigens which could be attenuated, which could be killed, or which could be in any form which is non-harmful, which can be entered into a human body. And since our body is as per this memory mechanism of B cells, our body will be already activated. The body will be having an active immune response for it. Since one of the time, one of the 2 or 3 times already, as per the vaccination process or as per the immune response process, our body will be already having some memory B cells. So whenever through the process of vaccination, whenever that antigen re-enters in an actual form, in a form of virus, which could be virulent, or in the form of bacteria, in the time span of 2, 3, 4 years, the body will be ready to counteract for it, and the body will start producing antibodies within a short span of time, which would have been, we can say, a bit impossible if that harmful virus enters first time and a person is not vaccinated. For just giving a simple example, we are having a vaccination program for polio virus, which was through WHO, and we generally have a vaccination throughout the year. Western countries, they give a flu vaccine, and like for example, we can say the hepatitis B vaccine, which is compulsorily should be, and it should be taken by most of us. So what is the major requirement of this? We should be getting it in our mind that if we are having a vaccination done for a specific disease, like we can talk about hepatitis. So it's a very crucial disease, cause liver damage, liver cancer, and there are a lot of chances. Even we can say there are 90+% chances that it could be fatal to a person. So right now, if we are having a vaccination of that hepatitis B, definitely it would be worthy for a person. So if a person gets encountered through an hepatitis B virus, and he is having a vaccination already done, so in that case the person will the B cells of that person being infected will be already be having a B cells which are ready, and army is already ready for that virulent form of hepatitis B, and the person will not be able to be infected by the actual virus. So it becomes very essential. That provides a basic importance for the vaccination program. Now talking about specifically about vaccines, there are a lot of classifications of vaccines being done. For example, we say live attenuated vaccine. We have DNA vaccines, RDD vaccines, killed vaccines, and you can say conjugated vaccines, and there are also subunit vaccines. Talking specifically about the first one, the live attenuated vaccines, they are the vaccines in which the actual pathogen is made non-virulent, we can say avirulent. Talking about avirulent, it means that the viral properties of the viruses, which could be, for example, taking a type, which could be a virus or a bacteria. For example, if we are talking about the Salmonella typhi, that's a bacterial infection. If we are taking a virulent strain of that bacteria, so we can develop a live attenuated vaccine. It means that the viral property of that bacteria is already killed. So if that virus or that bacteria is incorporated into a person, it will act as an antigen, which is not harming the body, but it will develop an immune response, so that the B cells are activated and they will act as a memory B cells. So in the future, if that actual virulent virus enters into the body, it will not be able to cause that much harm. So that is a live attenuated vaccine. Conjugated vaccine, we can say, if a normal antigen is added to some conjugate, like it could be a polysaccharide, it could be a sugar molecule, or it could be some another protein molecule, so as to enhance the property of its we can say antigenicity. So that comes under conjugated vaccines. DNA vaccines are the vaccines which directly targets DNA molecules and which enhance the quality and treat the disease in that way. RDT is the recent trends developing vaccines on basis of recombinant DNA technology. Now the killed vaccine, killed vaccines could be made by killing a specific strain, a virulent strain, a bacteria or virus with the help of heat or radiation. So similarly, like to an attenuated vaccine, killed vaccines deal with killing of a pathogen, or we can say we are suppressing the pathogen state of a bacteria or virus, and that it can be incorporated and used as a vaccine. Now subunit vaccine, it consists of for example A and B. Two units are used as a vaccine. One is having the efficiency to initiate the immune response. B helps in binding. So the major classification, these 6 classification of vaccines can be considered as a major phenomena. And talking about the vaccine production, we will be discussing about in the next lecture. So overall, we can say that vaccines play a crucial role in our day-to-day life, and as per day by day, lots and lots type of flu and different types of viruses are evolving. So importance of vaccination will never be retarded, and